here today with Jane from Charlotte and Jane in their beautiful studio in Kinsale, and we're going to talk a little bit about their label, their designs and the people who are behind it. Jane, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us today. Jane recently took part in our fashion show Wild Design in Kinsale, and they displayed some of their beautiful dresses, and what we were really impressed with was the fact that their seamstresses that are making locally were actually at the event. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about why it's so important for you guys to be making locally, and what you're doing for the community and ethical fashion.
Sure, we really wanted to custom make all our garments, and the only way of doing that and having it close to you was having someone who lives locally or in the county anyway to make the dresses.
So you started in 2009 with the vintage style dresses?
With the 1950s, 1940s kind of styling, and then making that contemporary.
Okay,
yeah.
Lovely.
So just elegant classic designs for women going to work. We love making coats and jackets for workwear. We do a lot of dresses for lawyers and barristers and doctors, and then a lot of mothers of the bride and mothers of the groom. Something classic, elegant, that they can wear again.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's what's really beautiful about your designs, is that you can wear them again, and that, like you say, it can be taken from occasion to workwear depending on what you do. And the fabric, can you tell us a little bit about the fabrics that you're using?
When we first started, we were really inspired by Irish wools and tweeds, and we approached several woolen mills in Ireland. Most of them were in Kerry and in Tipperary and Wexford, and we have been able, through Kerry woolen mills in particular, to work with Andrew there to make our own special tweeds for ourselves, design, choose the colours, design with him, and it's just, and also get some of the woolen fabrics custom dyed for us in colours that we wanted. So we have our own specific Charlotte and Jane colours now.
Wow.
That we have had for a few years, and we this green dress that I have on was one of our first dye batches, and we're delighted with the green, and lots of people, hundreds of people have bought this. We were trying to find silks in India because we do use other fabrics from other countries, but we just discovered that we're much more in love with the wools and tweeds that we can find here. And in fact, Donegal Woolen Mills does a really exciting range, and we've been buying from them for years now, and they've been working with silks, making silk tweeds. So just really exciting, beautiful fabrics from Ireland. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And do you think your customers, that they come here and they're obviously coming for a beautiful bespoke dress and the service, but do you think that, what you guys are offering in terms of the fabric and the locally made, do you think that makes a big difference to your customers?
I think it does. I think that we have a lot of customers who are really interested in the fact that they can actually wear tweed and wool in a really great dress rather than in an old coat somewhere, and they can see, they think tweeds are beautiful too. And we also get a lot of people from Germany and England who have a long tradition of sort of admiring the tweeds from Scotland and Ireland, and they come here and get dresses and coats made.
Wow.
So we're delighted.
So you're not just national, you're international now, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think in Europe, people definitely are attracted to what Ireland has to offer, and also I think the wools and tweeds reflect the colours on the landscape, and people love that. I think there's a correlation between what you see there and what the tweeds are.
And can you just tell us a little bit about Charlotte and Jane and how you guys came together and the start of the business, I guess?
We started off just thinking about, both of us wanted our own business, and we started off talking about making very detailed little 1950s summer dresses, and then from there we got inspired to start looking at the wools and going into the winter collection, and so it grew, and we realized that if you're going to make fitted dresses for people, that you actually need to custom make them, and there was a sort of a niche market for customizing clothing, because it's people are all sizes and all shapes, and everyone needs something tweaked on something they buy, and so we offer that service that they can have it made to their size and shape, and we make to all sizes and shapes. Yeah.
Wonderful. And can you tell us maybe what's next for Charlotte and Jane? I mean, we're here in your studio and we can see that you're all over, gracing the covers of every magazine. Is there exciting plans in the pipeline?
Basically, we got really inspired by quite a few people saying, why aren't you making more coats and jackets? So for the autumn coming up, we've got a new range of the most beautiful coats and jacket styles, one of which you can see behind us there, and we would be really looking to maybe stocking those in shops as well as customizing them.
Oh, so, fantastic! Yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about the tweed and about what fabrics and materials and finishes you've put here?
Well, this is a more kind of military style jacket, and we're using a really beautiful soft Kerry herringbone in navy and taupe. So, just absolutely delighted. And it features with sort of old vintage leather buttons and beautiful velvet on the collar and a contrast reveal there. So,
it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, we really like to have a look at the sort of wasp waists of the 1940s and 50s and sort of and reference that in our jackets. The beautiful shaping, especially on riding coats as well. That lovely, really sexy shaping.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. And this is going to be a real investment piece for somebody. This is going to be in their wardrobe for years and years, and hopefully handed down.
Dates.
Yes, exactly. And that's what's beautiful about your things. And I think, that's really important as well when we're talking about, ethical fashion and sustainable fashion. Everything that you said here, in terms of your impact on the economy and your impact on, local job creation, the whole thing is absolutely beautiful. And do you think that more companies will be doing that? Do you think this is the future?
I think so. I definitely think so. I just think as people's shopping habits change, we're not all going to want the same thing, and it's really fun to have one or two things in your wardrobe rather than 100 cheap things that you never wear. One or two things that you wear a lot.
Yeah, key pieces.
Ways. Yeah, key pieces. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us.
Thanks, Bronwyn.
And could you tell us where people can find you guys, contact you?
We are on charlotteandjane@gmail.com, and we have a website, charlotteandjane.com, and you can find our phone number online.
Great. Excellent. Thank you very much.